Hello everybody and welcome to a very special interview here at round 18 of the FI Motocross World Championship in Italy, Maggiore, where I am delighted to be joined by Prince Emanuele Filiberto di Savoia and Prince Emanuele.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Before we start talking about the reasons why you're here this weekend.
The real stuff.
The real stuff. Just for the viewers here who may be not familiar with you, just a little bit of background history. Of course, I think there's a 1,000-year history of your family in Savoia, and so possibly one of the oldest in Europe. Who have been the main sort of contributors to this growth and sort of this amazing dynasty?
Well, as you said, the dynasty starts in 890.
Wow.
And slowly and slowly, from a little state in the center of France, it grew and grew and grew until becoming kings of Italy. So there's a lot of different figures that really help this state, let's say this family, to become as they are. I would say perhaps one which is Emanuele Filiberto, called Testa di Ferro, not me, in the 16th century. Which modernized really the family and started to have the views in the, let's say, east side Italy and Piedmont and Sardinia. Then perhaps Victor Emmanuel II, which is the first king of Italy, who unified Italy. As you know, Italy was not a country. They had a lot of different states, and my family had this idea of unifying Italy, and with the help of Garibaldi, of Cavour, we managed to do this and to become the first kings of Italy. So those, let's say, are the two main figures, but I could continue, like, if you want. We have 1,000 years history, so if you want, we can do it for 2 or 3 hours, but I don't know if they will stay.
You want to stay, guys?
No, the viewers.
I know. But what are the sort of Savoy dynastic orders? What is the main objective then?
So the Savoy dynastic order started, let's say, the modern side of the Savoy dynastic order started 450 years ago with Emanuele Filiberto, which he decided to shift from, let's say, more a chivalry order going to war and being close to the chief of the House of Savoy before, in a charity order, helping the other ones. And now it's like 450 years that we're trying to do what we can to help, not only in Italy, because we have a delegation in each region in Italy, but also in 17 other countries. Yeah. From Switzerland to England to America to Japan, and we're doing quite a lot. We have different projects that we support, and what I like to say is I like to do charity at kilometer zero. It's where I take the money, I want to re-give it in the same, let's say, region. So in each region of Italy, we have different charities that we support, and outside also in foreign countries. So it's 450 years that we're doing this, and now that my father has a certain age, he gave me let's say the power to be in charge of this and to continue the legacy.
Well, recently the news of your decision to abdicate in favor of your daughter Victoria kind of made headline news, particularly on the web. What was your decision behind this?
Well, to become a professional motocross racer.
Yeah.
So I cannot do both. No, I'm kidding. So it's this. It was a bit interpreted as the journalists wanted. I said that for the moment my daughter is studying. She will work with me in the orders and in all what we're doing. And slowly, when I will think she will be ready and when I will think I will be tired, so it won't be tomorrow, I will really try to put her in front. I think I think it's very important to work alongside also with young generation that can bring you today a lot of things that we older cannot perhaps understand. So today it's really a working team. I also have my smaller daughter that studies in Oxford. She will then, after passing her IB, she will go in a university in Spain to study law. And I think the three of us are a good team to develop even more all the charity side, let's say, of what the family can do.
So on that basis then, who would you say have been the most sort of prominent female figures in the family over the years?
So I think the female figures of the family will stay much longer in history than the male. And we in the House of Savoy are very fortunate to have had incredible queens. From Queen Margherita to Queen Elena and to my grandmother, which are the three last queens. They really did a lot, each one in their own view, to promote and to be close to the population and to the population in need. For example, Queen Helena was very active with the Red Cross, mainly during the earthquake in Messina. We're speaking about early 20th century.
Yep.
And where she helped not only herself, but she took some naval ships, battleships, and put them as hospitals, camp hospitals there. Same thing during the Second World War, where they transformed the Quirinale, which was the palace, into a hospital. My grandmother also had an incredible, I think, story during the Second World War against the fascism, helping the partisans. She, at a certain time, went in Switzerland and was shipping arms to the partisan and bringing arms to the partisan to have a resistance in Italy. So they are very courageous women. So that's why I firmly believe in, let's say, in women empowerment, if I may say.
Absolutely. Well, look,
and a sensibility also, which is different than perhaps our sensibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, you clearly have a passion for sports. I heard that you recently acquired, let's say, 3 football teams.
Yes.
What was the reason behind this, and maybe even tell us a little bit about the project behind it as well?
Yes. So I acquired 3 football teams. The first one was a football team called Savoia, which has my name, which is the oldest football team in south of Italy.
Yeah.
And this team that started in 1906 was ready to disappear. You know, they had, unfortunately, working in the south of Italy is quite difficult, so infiltration of Camorra and all this, so it was going to fail. And bankrupt. In my head was a fallire, but it's bankruptcy. So I said to myself, I cannot leave a football team which has my name finished like this. So I acquired it, and now we're trying to make it grow. Then I bought, it's always the same story. Real Aversa also was fallimento, was bankruptcy, and Portici also, which are 3 teams in the region of Napoli and Caserta. But perhaps the idea underneath all this is what I want to do is create a very big football academy for young people, and trying to take out from the streets and from the malavita, from the difficult life and dangerous life, young people, and put them into a sport and have them a way of healthy competition, if I may say.
Yeah, well, we see it with boxing, don't we? You know, they go off the street for the reason, some self-defense, but at the same time,
Sure.
discipline and respect.
All sports are discipline and respect, and
Yeah.
this is it's very important, and I think it gives you values, stability, and honor, and this is it's very important, and it's what I want to do mainly in the south of Italy, and promote this.
Well, look, let's talk about motocross.
We're here for that.
We are here in Maggiora. Is it your first motocross race, whether World Championship or not? And if so, what are your first impressions? And do you kind of relate to some of the values here in your own personal life and some of the things that you're doing as well?
So it's not my first motocross race, but it's my first World Championship race. I love motorsports.
Yeah.
I'm a motor guy, and I also did the Italian World Championship of off-road,
Okay.
which I won.
Yeah.
I did.
And this was cars.
This was cars. I did also the Tunisian Rally. I was official pilot with Nissan, then Mitsubishi. But I always looked in a very passionate way motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I always valued a lot the pilots of motorcycle, because it is something that I would have always wanted to do, but I never had the skills and the courage to do it. So when I was racing in Tunisia or Morocco, seeing those guys on two wheels doing even more that we do on four wheels, I say, these are the guys. And so I've always followed all this, and I love the values that this sport is carrying. I love the teamwork. I love the all what is around. I think it's exactly how I am, and that's why I'm really super happy to be here in Maggiora and to be invited to the World Championship of Motocross and to learn a bit more about this incredible sport.
Yeah, well, clearly you follow all kinds of sports. In terms of athletes and, sportsmen and women, who are some of the maybe more prominent athletes that you've kind of met over the years? And in terms of teams or anything like that, is there any one team that you follow, whether it's a top football team or whether it's a Formula One team?
I have three teams to follow, which are my teams.
Yeah.
But well, I'm Italian, so
MotoGP, Formula One, Rally.
MotoGP, Formula One, Ferrari.
Yeah.
Even if, I hope it will be better. And what did I say? I forgot what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But MotoGP, and this is it.
Yeah.
And I love tennis also. But it has nothing to do with. I ski a lot. I bike a lot. Now, with electric bikes, I love to do long journeys up the hills, down the hills.
Welcome to the club.
and all this. You see, because we are too old now to do motocross
We're
and to break
there.
something.
I still ride motocross though.
I still ride my bikes. I have MV Agusta bikes.
Nice.
And Harley Davidson. Now I also purchased an Indian, which I really like, and I think they're doing an incredible job, the Indians. And but we don't ride like we would ride it before. No?
Yeah.
Now we always think, if something happens and if I break something, I tell you, I am all those cars is motorbike.
That's an impressive start.
This is motorbike. This is motorbike. I have here motorbike, here motorbike, here motorbike. So all this is motorbike, but I'm still here to speak about it, thank God.
Because they're such fun machines to be involved with and ride, and whether it's dirt bikes, road bikes, it's
I
such
love
a fun
it. I have a country house in Umbria where I like to ride, and I also have a lot of fun with the quads now, which is more, let's say, our old daddy thing, but I'm a passionate of all what is motor engine. I also have my flying license, flying plane, flying helicopters.
Nice. Busy enjoying life.
Enjoying life.
Yeah.
Enjoying life and working hard also. I think you can enjoy life when you work hard also.
Absolutely. Was it play now, work hard later, but work hard now, play later? You're clearly playing later, but still working hard.
Or live now and die later, something like this. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, look.
No, too fast to live, too young to die, or I don't know.
Yeah, there's a million of them. One of the teams I noticed this weekend, Honda SR Moto Blues, riding in a different kit this weekend, and I believe it's the colours of the House of Savoy.
I'm super proud of this and very, very happy for the team that has that proposed me to ride with the colors of my family, and really I want to thank Ship to Cycle Honda team to have put the colors of and my crest on their bike. I'm very, very proud and very happy.
So where did that idea come from? Because I don't believe we've ever had that before in motocross, where a famous house like yours has represented or been represented on a motorcycle at any team in the World Championship.
Well, it's a first, and it comes from crazy people like this. That from Ship to Circle a team that had this, I think, this wonderful idea, and as I said before, I'm very, very happy and honored to first of all to be here, and second of all to see a fantastic team like this, which is also doing well, having my crest and the colors of my family.
Well, we've got the Motocross of Nations coming up in about 3 weeks' time. That'll be in France at Ernay. And Team Italy unveiled their jersey this weekend, the Italian blue jersey, and
Yes.
I believe tomorrow you'll also receive one of these Italian race shirts.
But you know, it's blue also because of my family.
Oh, really?
Because it's called the Blue Savoia.
Okay.
And when you had the Italian team who was playing or football or whatever, the blue was the Blue Savoia.
Okay. So you will receive a blue shirt tomorrow from the Italian Federation, the FMI. So on that basis then, how will that make you feel? I imagine immensely proud to, be a part of that.
Yes, as I tell you, I'm very proud to be a part of to be part of these 2 days and of the World Championship of Motocross, and to come here with all those incredible people, and it's very nice again of them to have thought about me and to say we really want to have the Prince in this weekend, and really I had a full calendar, and I took off those 2 dates and I said no, I want to be here.
Good decision.
And
Shame the weather wasn't as good today as it normally could be.
tomorrow it will be good.
And you will see a different kind of racing tomorrow as well, because
I'm
when
sure.
we have a dry Majora, it's so much more spectacular and
I'm
so
sure.
much more enjoyable and all of this. But one thing that sport does do is brings everybody together from different religions, backgrounds, all those kind of things. So when you're here looking around and seeing all these people to come together, how do you identify with that?
I identify, but thank God for me, it's not only in race tracks or in competitions. I always identify, let's say, as equal as to other people, and I identify. I want to be part of the society. In general, and here when you have those kinds of events, it's even more, because we really live together. Or when you race, when I was racing, it was even more, because you're together for if it was an African rally for 15 days, and sleeping same tents as the other one, eating the same thing, and it's what I like here. I like being with all those people. We all came here for the same reason. We all love motocross, and we have the same passion. So I really don't feel any difference between me and them, but also in real life, I really don't feel any difference between me and other people.
Well, I was going to mention that because you are the Prince of the House of Savoy. So on that side, you know, many people look from the outside and say, oh, he's a prince and everything else. But do you enjoy mixing with normal people, ordinary people? And how does it make you feel when you do socialize with them?
I only like this. Sorry, can we say bad words? So I won't say a bad word. It annoys me a lot being with my peers, but I like being with normal people. I love being, because I love to learn, I love to understand, I love to, this is what I like, the human contact. And the human contact in this kind of events are even more important, and this is what I like.
Well, you have two daughters.
Yes.
Are they into sports as well, and all this kind of active lifestyle? If so, what kind of sports do they follow, and do you support them if it's something that they could pursue maybe?
Yeah, well, yes. They're more into, let's say, ski, tennis, and all this, but I see the big one is quite... she's quite tough on driving and on motorsport. So
does she have a good teacher?
She it's a discreet teacher, but she's quite fearless, and this frightens me a little bit. For the moment, they don't have their license yet. Victoria is doing it, and also the small one is doing it now in Oxford. She will do it. But you know, we have a house on an island in Corsica where you cannot have cars, but you have golf carts.
Nice.
And I can assure you that at the end of the season, they are destroyed because they race with it, they put it in two wheels, so
I think that's the same from any rider in the paddock here. They would do the same.
Yeah, but they must do it. My daughters know. But they're having fun for this.
And what about you?
I'm having less fun at the end of the season when I need to redo the car or rebuy another car for the next season.
No, that's never fun.
No.
Never fun. The refurb.
So I'm keeping money on their monthly allowance, and I say, no, this is how much you owe. So you must also learn to pay when you break.
Exactly. Bend it, you mend it.
Yes.
What about you? What is your favorite sport? Is there anything that you particularly enjoy doing, and do you practice it as well?
So I really like now to play paddle tennis. I think it's a sport that really came a lot, and I'm having fun because you can still really push it, you know, and I like also to bike. I like also to do snow skiing and water skiing. My mother was world champion of water skiing.
Wow, I was going to say, do you have any prominent family figures then, historically, that were good at sports?
My mother was 4-time world champion of water skiing.
Wow.
Then I like to watch all the motorsport. It could be Formula One, MotoGP, MXGP. And you know what? Well, today it was too much, but I like also this muddy thing. Yeah. It's why I really love this sport, because it's a man's sport.
What has been the most impressive thing about watching today from the sidelines? Because obviously when people come for the first time, normally they see this historical circuit, they see all these hills, it looks spectacular, and when they see the riders jump through the air and all of that, is that the same kind of feeling that you had?
So the jumps are incredible, and today it was particularly difficult because it was very wet, so they really had to follow the
line,
the lines, and trying to pass the other one. And I really saw today quite an impressive challenge between the racers. So it was very, what we all like is the jumps or the big U-turns, and when they put the
Leg
the
down.
leg down, and all those things are incredible. They're very courageous, and they're mentally very strong, and
physically.
and physically also very strong, and it's very impressive.
Based on your experience today, and hopefully an improved experience tomorrow with better weather and faster, more high-speed racing, will you ever make a visit again to the World Motocross
I hope
Championship?
so.
Is it something that you would look forward to doing again?
I hope so. If they invite me, I would come with pleasure.
And bring family members next time?
Why not? Why not? This time was a bit too short, but I'm sure they will very much enjoy it.
All right, well look, Prince Emanuele, we are out of time.
Emanuele. We are in the same thing, so it's Emanuele.
Emanuele, no problem. Thank you. Pleasure to meet
very
you.
much, and
enjoy your weekend.
See you soon.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be here all weekend, so will you.
Okay, so I see you tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.